In this article, we delve into the fascinating process of how habits are formed. We explore the science behind these behaviors and provide a simple yet effective method to break bad habits and cultivate good ones for a healthier lifestyle. Habits form the majority of what we do each and every day, often going unnoticed without us even realizing it. But how do they in fact get established? Let's delve deeper into the scientific explanation behind this process. Part 1. What exactly is a habit? A habit, in simple terms, can be described as a behavior that your brain performs automatically without the need for conscious effort. This specific mode of behavior helps the brain save energy and, in turn, focus on more crucial tasks, making it an essential aspect of daily life. Part 2. The habit loop with an enhanced explanation. Scientists now explain habits using a more comprehensive loop made of 4 main parts: cue, routine, habit strength, and reward. Part 3. The cue. The cue is a critical element that initiates a particular behavior in your brain. It can act as a timekeeper, a stimulant, a guide, or even a specific action that leads to the desired outcome. Our environment is full of cues that trigger different responses in us. These cues come in various forms, such as a time of day, certain emotions, specific places, and even particular actions. Part 4. The routine. The routine is the behavior itself. This could be an element of your daily habits, such as checking your phone regularly, consuming coffee, or engaging in physical activity. Part 5. The inevitable reward. As the reward becomes more frequent or intense, it begins to strengthen the connection between the behavior and the brain. This makes the habit easier to reinforce in the future. The reward is not the end goal, but rather a means to motivate behavior. When people engage in a particular behavior consistently, they begin to develop a craving for that reward. Part 6. Repetition builds habits. After a certain number of repetitions of a behavior, the brain strengthens the connection between the cue and the reward, making the habit more automatic and easier to carry out over time. Part 7. The role of the brain. Habits are stored in a part of the brain called the basal ganglia, which is responsible for automatic actions and routines. The basal ganglia are connected to the limbic system, which is responsible for emotions and feelings. As a result, when a habit is formed, it can also influence emotional responses and decision-making. Part 8. Why habits are hard to break. Habits don't disappear easily because the brain never forgets the reward associated with them. Explanation. The passage seems to be discussing the persistence of habits in the brain. It is quite likely that rephrasing this statement to make it more concise and context-appropriate will not change its overall meaning. The original statement appears to be discussing how habits are difficult to eliminate, which could be interpreted as a negative characteristic. Part 9. Changing a habit. The most effective way to change a habit is not to remove the cue, but to replace the routine while keeping the same reward. Instead of eliminating a specific cue that prompts the habit, we can enlist an alternative response that does not stimulate the behavior in the first place. For instance, if you have a habit of reaching for your phone every time you hear the doorbell, you can replace the action with an activity like stretching or taking a deep breath. By actively involving yourself in a different routine, you will lessen the chances of developing a craving for that particular behavior. Part 10. The final insight. Understanding how habits work grants you the incredible power to craft better routines and establish long-lasting, beneficial changes in your life.